right, so I'm here with this random topic, degrees, minutes, and seconds, which is not my favorite topic, honestly. It feels kind of random stuck in here, but the whole point is to get you to kind of understand that there are basically parts of degrees, that degrees are not only whole. And somebody asked me, well, hold on, let me go back a second. Just kind of like when you have a number line, you usually mark like 1, 2, 3, but we know there's 1.5 and 1.25 and all of that kind of stuff. Well, when we're talking about degrees, we break them into minutes and seconds. And I just want to explain why real quick so that you're not like, what in the world? What does time have to do with degrees? Nothing really. But if you think about they're having a clock, right? And the clock has degrees, but we usually only mark every couple. So here is a clock, right? Well, the angles here, they have degrees to them, right? So 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, but also stuff in between. Well, in a clock, we have minutes and seconds, right? And so as this angle gets bigger, we would read that as more minutes and more seconds if they were hands on a clock. So we're kind of picturing the hands on a clock moving around in that angle and how big it is going around. Okay, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea why it's called minutes and seconds. So you need to know that each degree has 60 minutes, each minute has 60 seconds, and obviously that means that 60 times 60, 3,600 seconds per degree. Okay, because of how it works. So let's look at how we're going to use these. We're going to do some operations with them. We're going to add them and we're going to subtract them. So when you add them, you just add the like ones. So 42 plus 30 is 72 seconds, 26 minutes, and 42 degrees. Now, here's where the trick comes in. We don't need to have more than 60 seconds. That doesn't make any sense. So 72 is really kind of thought of as 60 seconds and 12 more seconds. Well, 60 seconds, doesn't that equal a minute? So in return, we're going to add 1 minute. So we're going to have 42 degrees, 27 minutes, and 12 seconds. Does that make logical sense? Hopefully that makes logical sense a little bit. All right. Next, we're going to subtract. So subtracting is fairly simple, except for in this case. So I want to show you how that would work. We can't subtract 18 from 0. We're not going to end up with negative measurements. So we can change 80 degrees to 79 degrees and 60 minutes, right? That still is the same as 80 degrees. And subtract from that 32 degrees, 18 seconds, or minutes, sorry. So 60 minus 10 is 50 minus, so 42 minutes, and subtract 47 degrees. That's it. So that first little trick is just to subtract or to kind of rechange or redistribute the way that we're looking at minutes and seconds so we have something to borrow from. All right, so here are a couple problems that you could try. I'll go over them real quick because this video should be fairly quick anyway. So we want to add A and B. So we have 5 degrees, 17 minutes, 29 seconds, 63 degrees, 28 minutes, and 35 seconds. So go ahead and try that on your own and then come back and check your answer. Welcome back. All right, so that would be 14, 64 seconds, 45 minutes, and 68 degrees. And then, of course, we're going to look through and see if we have too many of anything. We have too many seconds, which means we need to take that 60 and add 1 over there. So hopefully you got 68 degrees, 46 minutes and 4 seconds. All right, you do B plus C. Pause. All right, so hopefully you have the right answer for that one. 79 degrees, 40 minutes, 5 seconds. We have 2 more examples of these. And then we're going to do one small other topic. Now, when in the world would we use this? This is something that would be used by satellite dishes, companies trying to line them up, by maybe Navy trying to line up bombs. I don't know. Stuff like that where you need a super exact thing from far away. But as far as us, we're not going to use it super often. You just kind of need to be aware. All right, so angle B minus C, I have those numbers on the other paper. Angle B, 63, 28, 35, and minus C, which is 16, 11, and 30. So in this one, everything is great. The top numbers are bigger than the smaller numbers, so we can just straight subtract. So 47 degrees, 17 minutes, 5 seconds. All right, try number 4, pause the video, and then come back when you're done. Welcome back. Minus A, which was 5 degrees, 7 minutes, 29 seconds. All right, so we're going to change this. It's actually going to get changed twice. So I'm going to put 0 here. So we're going to do 90 degrees, 60 minutes, 0 seconds. But then before I go, I'm going to change it one more time. 90 degrees, 59 minutes, and 60 seconds. So that part is a little bit confusing, I think. But just that's why I did it in 2 steps. So you want to make sure that you change everything the way it's supposed to. And now you can just subtract. 60 minus 20 is 40, minus 9 would be 31 seconds, 42 minutes, and 85 degrees. Oops, I forgot to write 89, 84 degrees. All right, hopefully you have a general idea of that. Now let's convert from degrees, minutes, seconds to decimals. So think about this like any conversion that you do in science or math or whatever. We don't actually need to convert the whole degrees. Those are already fine. But we are going to need to figure out what 20 over 60 is. Well, we know that 20 over 60 is the same as 1/3, so 33.3 degrees. So it just gives you a general idea of what that looks like in degrees as opposed to trying to or like in a decimal as opposed to trying to picture it the other way. All right, so this one's going to be 59/27 over 60. And 27 divided by 60 is 0.45, so 59.45 degrees. This one has some seconds, so let's look at how that works. We have 27 degrees, 45 minutes, and 15 over 3,600. So 15 over 3,600, we would just divide and we get 0.00416. We have 45 over 60, which is 0.75. And we're just going to add all of these numbers together. And that equals 27.75-ish degrees. 754, we could write them out forever. Well, let's just write them out. 75416 degrees. But nobody really looks at it, in our case, that closely. Now to go backwards from decimals to degrees, minutes, and seconds, we're going to multiply the decimal part by 60. So 15, and off to the side we did 7.75 times 60, which is 15 degrees, 45 minutes. And here we're going to do that same thing. So we're going to multiply the decimal by 60, which gives us 21.06. And then we're going to multiply the 0.06 times 60 to get to the seconds, and that equals 3.6. So we have 22 degrees, 21 minutes, and 3.6 seconds. All right, like I said, totally random topic. It's helpful sometimes, but we don't, not really a whole lot for what we use it for. So you just got to figure it out and have a great day.